Greetings, ladies and metalgents, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called An Alien Plays Minecraft, written by FarmWitch4275.
Greetings and glorious victory. My name is Spiffmonk and welcome to my Let's Play. Today we shall be playing a game called Minecraft. The reason why is because a subscriber of mine, a user by the name of Grey Still Plays, apparently, purchased it for me completely out of the blue. The message he gave me was rather specific too.
Spiffle shows the Minecraft launcher open up and takes a look at the game. The new features added to the launcher is a number on the bottom left of the screen is an active player count, or how many players who are connected online and actively playing the game.
300 billion players?
Spiffle looks at the camera in that familiar, scary way he does when his soul breaks. He stares into the viewer's soul for a few moments and starts to set up his installation.
I was told by the subscriber, again thank you Mr. Plays, to set up for MC version 21.18. Apparently this is the update that killed Microsoft, whatever that is, and a few changes were made that the game was playable again. I wonder what that means. Is there any kind of player metric that I can look at? Meh. Anyways, I've set it up. Let's play.
The loading screen appears, the main menu loads, and Spiffle's expression changes to one of genuine shock as he takes in the game's graphics, which have never changed since the days of MC 1.18.
There's 300 billion users for this. 300 billion?
Spiffle appears as though he is having an aneurysm of some kind as his face squishes itself into a strange, discordant expression of utter disbelief. He comically falls out of his chair and lets out a frustrated scream of terror on the floor. The screen flashes like a movie scene, and he appears on his chair once again. Spiffle's editing skills are definitely getting better.
Well, let's do this then. If that many people are playing this, then let's get into it. I have read the description and watched some tutorials. This is a block building game where you dig at blocks and then pick them up. Then put them where you want them to create a structure. Apparently any structure imaginable, and I do mean any. There we go.
The game finishes loading itself up, and Spiffle appears in the middle of a forest, surrounded by oak and birch trees. He looks around and gets used to the controls. Like any player starting out, he moves around, runs, jumps, looks at the things around him, smacks some grass, and finds a tree.
Okay, break blocks by punching them. Okay, let's get some wood, I guess.
Spiffle takes a while to figure out how it works, but gets a block of wood from a birch tree. He opens his inventory and does every Minecraft player's first thing, a crafting table. He takes it, places it, then looks at what there is to make. After a bit of fumbling, he gathers 10 more logs, converts some into sticks, and looks around.
Hoe, sword, axe, shovel, pickaxe. Pretty basic stuff. I hope there's better materials for this than wood. And also, than just a sword. A cliff.
Spiffle approaches a nearby mountain, covered in stone. He looks at his character and then looks at the rock wall, then looks into his camera, then at his pickaxe.
Oh, come on! It cannot possibly be that simple. Pick up resources, make things out of resources, get better resources done. It cannot possibly be that simple.
Spiffle uses his pick to collect some cobblestone blocks and moves back to his crafting table. He lets out an exasperated sigh and sad chuckle as he realizes it is in fact that simple. He discards his previous tools and replaces them with stone, then picks up his crafting table. After this, he begins wandering around for a bit, exploring the world around him. Before long, night falls.
Oh dear, is there a night-day cycle in this game? How long has this been a thing? I have so much work to do after this. I have researched a bit of this game, so many questions. Ow!
Spiffle is hit with an arrow. He panics and charges at the new enemy, a skeleton. He takes several hits with a panic, spams his left click to hit the target. He survives barely, with only 2 hearts, and collects his bounty, just some bone meal and a few arrows.
Arrows? So, there is more than a sword. Oh, lovely. I can actually fight now. Where did I go and... damn it.
Spiffle is hit once again, and before he can figure out what was going on, he is killed by a zombie. He hits the respawn button and tries to find where his last was, to no avail. He runs around for a few more minutes. Each mob he encounters nips him or manages a hit, or simply falling from just a bit too high. His health slowly chips away. Eventually, he gets lost, then gets killed again from a skeleton.
Okay, so obviously, that's simple, but also it isn't. You can get the resources easily, but not so much keep them easily. So, a skeleton thing? Then a kind of humanoid with green skin? That smacks me. I wonder what else is in here.
Spiffle restocks his inventory, and before long he begins to explore his first cave. He encounters new blocks and gets into a fight with Minecraft's most loved and hated anthropod, the spider.
Why does this game have spiders?
Spiffle squeals in hatred as the 8-legged low-pixel creature nips at him. He kills it relatively quickly and continues exploring the cave. He finds some iron ore and digs it up, getting a few clumps of raw iron, followed by some coal. A few more blocks as he manages to find a small nook somewhere in the cave, closes it off with spare stone and puts down the furnace. After a bit of fumbling, he acquires some torches, but doesn't put any down.
Okay, it is rather dark, but I suppose I can use these torches as a light source. Probably not important. Is there any way that I can skip the night time, though? I have a lot of work to do in the coming weeks. Lots of reading to do. Bah!
Spiffle is surprised by a sudden appearance of a zombie and barely manages to fend it off, with 3 hearts to spare.
How? I sealed off the entrance. How did it get in? Okay, I cannot see a damn thing. How many torches can I make?
Filled with a sense of paranoia, Spiffle places around 20 torches in a small hovel, lighting the place up rather vigorously.
There, it's done. I can see them coming now. Is it morning yet?
Spiffle wanders around his hovel for a time, failing to notice his hunger bar. Too late. He starts to take damage.
What? Why am I dying? Why am I dying, damn it?
Spiffle dies again and respawns just before the sun rises. He barely escapes a few zombies in his area before the sun is fully up. The day starts. All the mobs in the area suddenly burst into flame. The spiders no longer attack, and he can see.
What? Why are things on fire? Oh, wait, the sun kills them. Oh, that's an interesting game mechanic, so they don't like the sun. Good to know. Can I find a cave again? Although I should really take better note of the local area and make pillars or torches. I can use the torches to find my way around. I need coal and sticks.
Spiffle spends the next few minutes collecting sticks and other such things, replenishing his tools for the 3rd time. While digging at some coal, however, he has his first encounter with the game's most notorious mob.
Okay, coal. The blocks make these cute sounds like playing with bubbles. What's that fizzing noise?
Spiffle turns around and comes face to face with a creeper. He screams in terror and tries to attack. Far too late, and the creeper explodes, killing Spiffle instantly. With no armor and no warning, Spiffle has no chance. He respawns again, just as it turns nighttime.
What the hell was that? I just saw a flash and then I was dead. Was that some kind of bomb? What even was that? No, God, I have to do this a 4th time. No!
The frustration in Spiffle's voice is fully apparent as he dodges and weaves around the mobs, managing by miracle to return to his previous death spot, recovering his gear. Most is there, except for the shovel and a few bits of iron.
Aha! So I don't lose everything, I only lose a bit of it. I can go back to my death spot and recover my gear. That's good to know. I'm fairly certain there's a spawn timer. I think it's the terminology. A short amount of time to recover lost stuff before it disappears. It's very likely this game has that kind of mechanic, so be fast. Noted. Let's see if we can find my old cave hideout.
Spiffle continues wandering around until a lucky happenstance he stumbles on his old cave hovel. All of his gear had long since despawned, but there was still iron ore in the furnace that he could use.
Oh, lovely. The place I died in. Did I starve to death, or was I attacked by an invisible monster? I hope this game doesn't have those. Oh, lovely! Iron ingots. I can use those, I think. Spiffle recovers 22 iron ingots from his furnace and makes some new gear, a pickaxe, a sword, and a torso armor piece. I have a feeling that I'll be needing these. I know where I am now, so I'll just put these back in here and return another day. I wonder if this is the part where I should start building my base or something. Do I even need a base? I know this game is about building things, but how impractical do I need to be exactly? Spiffle mulls around his hovel for a bit, managing to sneak out into the cave to gather more coal to make more torches. He waits until the mobs outside start catching fire, then picks a random direction and starts walking. What is that? Spiffle stops in his tracks a bit away from the cave entrance as he spots his first Enderman. Unfortunately, he looks at it for just 1 second too long. The Enderman becomes aggressive and charges. Spiffle, by lucky happenstance, standing under a tree that's the right height to stop the Enderman from getting too close. No, don't attack me. Why are you attacking me? It's not nighttime. Why aren't you burning in the sun? What even are you? No, get away. Spiffle manages to get a few close hits to the Enderman with dumb luck. Kills it. It drops 2 ender pearls that Spiffle greedily collects. Ender pearl. Was that thing an ender? What's a pearl exactly? Well, I think I have to figure that out some other time. Just keep it where it is. Now, how do I find food? I have a home. What do I do to get food? Trees, maybe? Spiffles wanders aimlessly, breaking his stone hoe on a tree. After replacing it, he tries actually using it on the ground and notices how the grass block changes to farmland. Oh, well, of course you use it on the ground to make farmland, Spiffle. Spiffle slams his head into his desk as punishment for his own incomprehensible stupidity. Because that's how you farm the land. He holds his head in his hands for a bit, groaning from the pain. After a little while, he resumes playing, finding a small lake on the grassland. He uses the hoe to make a few plots and then starts looking around for seeds. Right, so, presumably the seeds for what I need are here somewhere? Powers of deduction would state that maybe the grass or other kinds of land would hold seeds of some sort of cultivation. Eventually, Spiffle gets some wheat seeds and returns to his farm, noticing the sun going down. Well, I just plant these here and, oh dear, nighttime. Box. I shall build myself a box. Spiffle uses the extra wood and dirt he has to build a simple 2x2 block box and hides in it for the night. He's extremely cautious, if not outright paranoid, as he stands still in his little box for the night. With one torch on the wall, he only emerges from the box when the mobs start catching fire. Unfortunately, he leaves too soon and ends up set on fire by a zombie. Damn it! They set me on fire when they are on fire. Of course they do, you unintelligible Iridani slip. Idiot! It's not that complicated, right? I need to build a house, but first... Spiffle takes the zombie still on fire through the grass and past a tree. Aha! So they don't set any wood or grass on fire when they're on fire. Good to know. It's easy to build a house then. Can make it out of wood. Now, what kinds of things can I make here? Spiffle makes a presentable 5x5 block house with dirt floor, a crafting table, and a basic roof. After a lot of silly crafting shenanigans, he figures out how to craft stairs, slabs, and the door for his house. Right, now, is there any way I can craft something that I can use to change my spawn point? What do I need for that? Recipe book in the crafting table. So I need 3 planks, 3 wool. Where do I get wool? Is that some kind of plant? A wool plant? Unable to take this anymore, Spiffle just opens up a browser and looks up what wool is. He clicks on a video of a sheep and plays it, not thinking to include the tag Minecraft in his search term. The video is of a sheep after shearing, and it bleats loudly as it trundles about in its pen. Spiffle's skin turns bright pink. He screams in terror and leaves the room in a panic. The video ends,
and his outro plays. Top comment, dude, you did that upon seeing a sheep. They are the stupidest, calmest, least threatening herbivores on the planet. They're used for food, and the wool is used to make clothes and ugly Christmas sweaters. You cannot tell me that an interstellar empire has people who have ovinophobia. Spiffle's response,
Feck you and feck your sheep.
The camera starts and Spiffle is looking directly at the camera. His expression is one of bewildered hatred, and he grits his teeth.
Is it any fecking wonder humans live in a death world when things like that exist? Why, what kind of drug was evolution on to make that kind of monstrosity? And you call it a sheep.
You cannot call it an unintelligible slur, or a untranslatable slur, or even a untranslatable slur. No, you call it a sheep, damn humans. Spiffle tries to calm himself down and collects his feelings for a moment. Anyways, great days and glorious victory and all that. Welcome back to Minecraft. I have to find a sheep to make a bed now. Spiffle can barely contain himself and visibly shudders with the heebie-jeebies as his game continues where it left off. He starts immediately and looks around for his quarry. Eventually, he comes across a herd around 5 of them. He hesitates and visibly shudders in disgust as he hears the sheep's bleating.
Bonsai! Is that how you pronounce it? Bonsai! Yes, bonsai!
Spiffle attacks the sheep wildly, and even though the sheep are highly pixelated boxes, they're close enough that he visibly retches in disgust as he cuts them all down. He gets 1 grey wool and 4 white wool, enough to make a bed. He hurries back to his house and makes a bed as fast as possible. He sets his spawn and resumes wandering around. His farm has grown a bit since he started, and he begins to harvest. Hoe to make farmland, hoe to harvest food. Now presumably, use the wheat to make food of some kind, and the seeds replant them. Wow, it really is that simple. After games like RimWorld and Factorio, I was expecting something so much more complicated. What's the purpose? Okay then, I shall quickly look this up. I'm tired of wandering around in the dark. Spiffle pauses his gameplay momentarily, the screen fading to black. When the screen returns, Spiffle looks as though he's reinvigorated and has purpose. Right! So first, collect obsidian, build a nether portal. So for this, we need iron so that I can make a bucket. I know just where I can get some from. Spiffle returns to this cave hovel and collects the remaining iron. He uses the crafting table to make 2 buckets and heads deeper into the cave. A few minutes later, he encounters his first patch of diamonds. With his iron pickaxe, he finds a node of 6 diamond ore blocks and mines them all up. Okay, what did I just get? Diamonds? What are those for? Oh wait, is that the next tier of material I need to get? I have 11 diamonds, not much, but at least I can make a better sword and pickaxe. I need those if I remember correctly. I need a bow too, but I wonder how I can make one. Don't worry, people. I didn't memorize the whole entire knowledge base for this game. I deliberately left out a lot so that I can actually play it. Spiffle continues down into the cave and finds a lava pool. He makes the incredibly poor decision of collecting lava instead of water and returns to his house with 2 buckets of lava. Right, so I need to make a doorway with this somehow. Spiffle tries and fails miserably to make a portal, instead simply setting his house on fire. He panics and loses half of his walls to fire, losing both buckets of lava, and creates a cobblestone mess in his front garden. Well, that went poorly. Looks like lava burns things. Spiffle steps away from the camera and yells at a very loud Iridani slur at himself, once again, for how stupid he is. He returns to his chair and looks at the camera. It would have been easier, and make more sense to just pour a bucket of water, or something to cool the lava, then dig out the obsidian, right? Yes, that's what I thought. Spiffle returns to the cave and stands in front of a lava pool. I forgot to actually get the bucket of water. Spiffle gets up, yells another Iridani slur, returns to his chair and finds water. A few minutes later, he pours the bucket over the lava pit he found and spends 15 minutes collecting as much obsidian as he can. He amounts to about 30 blocks and he frustratingly heads home. He builds a small portal and can't light it. he doesn't have a flint and steel.
How do I open the door? Is there like a little bell that I have to ring, or, oh, for the ancient's sake?
Screen goes black, then moments later he returns.
Okay, I need a flint and steel. I need to find gravel. I think I know where some gravel is. I need my shovel.
Spiffle carries on and finds gravel. After digging several blocks, he gets a flint. Then he uses an iron ingot to make a flint and steel. He lights the portal and enters.
Right, let's see what this place is like. Apparently it's a lot harder than...
Spiffle trails off as he spawns in the middle of a lava chamber, a huge cavern with a massive lava lake nearby.
Lava everywhere. I don't know what to do here. How would I... Oh, crap.
Spiffle can't do much as he is attacked by a ghast. The platform he is on is hit and disintegrates from the explosion. He falls into the lava and dies, losing everything he has on him. He stares dead-eyed at the screen for a few moments.
Why would I do this to myself? I normally work in virtual simulations of markets and mining stocks. Simulators that explore virtual markets. How did I get to this?
Spiffle looks at his subscriber count. When he first started playing human games, his channel had barely 6,000 subscribers. After he started playing human games, his channel exploded to nearly 2 million in a short order and keeps growing each time he uploads.
Oh, right.
Spiffle surrenders to the money and fame and returns to Minecraft. 2 hours of gameplay passed in short order as Spiffle recovers his gear, hunts some diamonds, dies to a creeper, and has a close call with some skeletons. He acquires a full set of diamond gear and enters the Nether. This time, he is well prepared.
Right, full set of diamond gear, armor, weapons, and tools. Gods, this took far too long. I need to make sure that I don't fall in the lava again, because lava destroys everything. I also brought 8 stacks of torches. That should be plenty to mark my way so that I can get back to home. So I apparently looking for something called a bastion.
Spiffle starts his journey towards the bastion, looking for anything useful. He gets some nether gold ore on the way, getting a decent amount before stumbling onto a tunnel carved in the rock. He heads into and finds what he's looking for, the start of the bastion.
Oh, is this it? It looks like it is. And like the rest of this place, whoa, an achievement, a terrible fortress. This is it. Okay, I'm looking for a mob. That's apparently the name of the creatures in this game. A mob called a Blaze. It's like a fire demon or something. Is that it over there? No, that's a skeleton, but it's...
Spiffle encounters a wither skeleton. It sees him and immediately attacks. Due to Spiffle's diamond armor, he holds and manages to take the skeleton down. Unfortunately, the mob gets in a few hits, and Spiffle starts to take wither damage.
What? Am I poisoned? Why are my little hearts black like that? Oh, no. No! Eat, Spiff, eat! You killed all those cows for a reason! Eat!
Spiffle's cooked beef serves him well and manages to save him with 2 hearts to spare.
Okay, then. Avoid those things, then. What's this? Wither skeleton skull. So that was a wither skeleton? Okay, then. Very dangerous. Avoid. Now, where is this blaze thing?
Spiffle continues to move around, using various blocks to trap enemies out of his reach or escape the occasional mob. Finally, he encounters a blaze spawner. He assembles a small shelter just outside of the spawner and makes sure his hotbar and the gear is still good.
Right, apparently I need to kill these things and get blaze rods or something, then use them to make blaze powder. After this, I get to go hunting for those Enderman things. I need at least 11 of them, so, let's get started.
Spiffle starts attacking but fails several attempts as he is constantly set on fire. He attacks, manages to damage at least 1 blaze, but gets set on fire and retreats before scoring the killing blow. He waits until he is fully healed and resumes his assault. With a bit of luck, he manages to kill 1 blaze after a bit of faffing about. He gets 2 blaze rods from the kill. He retreats and relaxes for a bit, trying to keep calm.
Okay, this is hard. This is very hard. They set me on fire, damn it. Well, I got one. Do these mob things regenerate their health? If I stop attacking them, do they heal up to full? God, I hope not.
Okay, once again. Spiffle assaults the spawner one more time, and the damage he dealt over the last few minutes stacks up, and he quickly dispatches the remaining 3 blazes he's been fighting. He collects 4 more blaze rods, converts them to powder, and then kills 1 more blaze that surprises him, collecting 2 more rods. He's satisfied and leaves the bastion. After getting lost a few times, he gets back to his trail of torches and makes his way back to the overworld. Thank the gods, home, for what little it's worth. Now, to hunt the Enderman. How hard can that be? As it turns out, it's very hard. Spiffle spends the next 4 hours fighting and killing Endermen, often being frustrated at how hard they are to find and how hard they are to fight. He dies twice while doing this, but manages to recover his gear each time. Eventually, he gets the pearls he needs and crafts 14 Ender Eyes. Spiffle, by this point, is looking very much done. Okay, you know what? I've been playing this for a solid 8 hours now. I need a break. I shall do more another day. Good night all. Spiffle outro plays. The video ends. Top comment, oh boy, 8 hours. I wonder what he'll do when he notices the speedrun community. What's the new record now? 20 minutes?
Great days and glorious victory. My name is Spiffmonk, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today I'll be finishing this abomination of a game and never touching it again. But I have research to do when I am done. I have a bow, full gear, and everything else. I now fight the well, crap.
Spiffle looks into the camera and starts finding the stronghold. He moves around for 2 hours using Eyes of Ender to track it. He fumbles a bit, failing to actually understand how it works. Eventually, he gives up where the Eyes of Ender keep falling and stumbles into the stronghold.
Oh, well, look at that. Is there, yes, it is. There's an achievement. Okay, then, I have to find the end portal then. Oh, dear. This is going to suck, isn't it? Wait, bed. Yes, I remember one of my subscribers told me to carry a lot of beds. I can put one down and use it to respawn. I know I'm going to get killed at least once. This will simplify things.
Spifflemonk puts a bed down at the stairway to the stronghold and heads inside. After setting his spawn, he wanders around aimlessly for about half an hour, killing mobs, lighting hallways, and getting lost in the winding corridors, before eventually finding the portal room. He destroys the silverfish spawner, kills 3 silverfish, and starts facing the Eyes of Ender in the portal.
Oh dear, well, here we go. Place a bed down to seal the entrance here, put torches everywhere, and done! Set spawn, in we go.
Spiffle enters the portal and spawns outside the Ender Island in the void. He has to build his way to the main island and encounters an ocean of Endermen. He fails to keep his eyes to himself and gets attacked by 3 Endermen straight away.
My, there's so many of them, what the hell?
He fails to hold his own and dies. He respawns, screams several expletives, and returns to the end to recover his gear. He does so and builds a shelter for himself. He spends the next 20 minutes dodging the Ender Dragon's breath attacks, vainly trying to thin the Endermen swarm under its little shelter. He gives up shortly after and pauses the game. The screen goes black, then returns after a few seconds.
Okay, so as long as you don't look at them, they won't attack. Good to know. I'm sorry, but there were too many of them. They just kept coming. I had to cheat. I'm sorry.
Spiffle does his species equivalent of forgive me puppy eyes and resumes the fight. He kills a few more Endermen who attack him, and he uses blocks to climb up the first tower. He starts the process of destroying the crystals and nearly dies to the first one, as he's far too close when he hits it. He runs around for a bit, regaining health, using his bow to try and take potshots at the dragon and the crystals. He scores a few lucky hits and manages to destroy 5 of them. The dragon begins to perch.
Oh, excellent! I can stab him in a few times now. Charge!
Spiffle attacks the dragon with fervor, but fumbles. He accidentally scrolls through his hotbar and places a bed down. He clicks the wrong button, and his bed explodes, killing him instantly and severely damaging the dragon. The message, Spifflemonk was killed by intentional game design, appears in chat feed, and Spiffle sits with his head in his hands for a few moments. He collects himself, charges back at the portal, and recovers his gear. He retreats hastily to the shelter he built earlier and recovers his health.
Okay, apparently beds explode when you use them here. Wait, is that...
Spiffle now notices the Ender Dragon lost a quarter of its health.
Did that explosion cause that damage?
A creepy, sadistic smile creeps across Spiffle's face as he reorganizes his hotbar and returns to the fight. He manages to make the dragon perch again. He uses a few pieces of obsidian as a shield and places a bed down. He clicks, it explodes. He puts down another. He clicks, it explodes. He does this 2 more times and the dragon dies. Spiffle can't help but jump out of his seat in excitement. Yeah, baby, yes, I'm finally done, finally. Spiffle sits back down, hopes into the portal, and the credits roll. He tabs out of the game and starts to do some research. His smile quickly fades as the full extent of the community's attachment to the game and the sheer absurdity of skill becomes apparent. Speedrunners beating the game in less than 20 minutes. Perfect one-to-one recreations of entire cities on Earth. Players working together to create entire civilizations on private servers. Worlds where players have survived without dying once for up to 15 years. Spiffle cradles his head in his hands and his outro plays. He sobs out the phrase,
crazy fucking humans.
The top comment, yep, that's Minecraft. Why fight it? By the way, trying to use the wiki or ask for help is not cheating. Minecraft is a huge game, a giant game. There's no shame. End of story. I would just quickly like to thank the T5 peeps. Dragon Soup, Cold War Boomerwaffen, Severin Cerberus, Red Panda 121, Leslie 517, Bushmaster 177, Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Sans the Skeleton, Lightjock, Dragzoon WRE, and Lord Azrakal. Thank you very much.